This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If there's anything every miniature painter is looking for, it is the next new shiny paint that promises to make miniature painting faster, easier, and better than ever. But with so many paints on the market, it can be overwhelming to choose the right paint for you. Today, I'm testing every paint that came out in the past year to help you decide what brands to skip, what brands to buy, and maybe even what brands might change how you paint miniatures forever. This video ended up being so long that I have to split it into two parts, so check back in a few days for part 2. Let's start with huge miniatures and this adorable little bat cherub from Necromunda. I don't know where I'm going to put him, but he's so cute, I just need to get him on the table. The core values paint set have a gel-like consistency and opacity varies from color to color. Some colors, like the blues, have quite nice opacity, while green and yellow, less so. The paints left very obvious brush strokes, and sometimes it felt like it wanted to stick to the brush more than the model. Thinning down the paints with water or thinner medium yielded smoother applications, but in some colors, the necessary amount of thinner medium led to very translucent colors. But let's go over the rubric. Huge Miniatures offers 145 paints, including washes, fluorescents, metallics, basic colors, color shift, airbrush paints, and more. When broken down into that many categories, the paints are actually rather limited, but it is clear that they put a lot of thought into spanning as wide of a range as possible. I'll give this a 3 of 5 for average. These paints come in 17 milliliter bottles and cost between $5.50 and $4.50 per bottle. Broken down, that is 33 to 26 cents per milliliter. These paints are the most expensive I've tested, though not by much. But comparing price to quality, I give them a 2 out of 5. These paints are available on their website as well as on their Etsy store. However, Huge Miniatures has amazing terrain stuff, especially as somebody who does not like doing terrain. Their basing stuff is just fantastic. So in my mind, this limited availability isn't a huge deal because I'm sure you'll find something else on their website that you like. So for availability, I give them a 2 out of 5. Let's talk consistency and opacity. The metallics were fine. The consistency was a lot better than their core value set, but I thought that they were more glittery than metallic. The fluorescents were also fine, but not nearly as good as my golden acrylic fluorescents. As for the core set, this paint was frustrating to work with, and I actually abandoned it partway through and finished up this little cherub with a different brand of paint. Therefore, I'm going to give it a 1 of 5. Overall, this brand is rated an 8 out of 20. Therefore, I've decided not to keep these paints. These just don't work with my techniques of painting. I tend to overwork my paints, and it really shows with this brand. But if you're someone who puts down a layer of paint in a single go without messing with it, then maybe these will be great for you. Unfortunately, they're not great for me. Let's take a break from the fun of testing paint to try the fun of creating our own website with the new Squarespace blueprint. Choose from professionally crafted layouts, customize them to reflect your style quickly, and utilize Squarespace's drag and drop fluid engine for enhanced control. Seamlessly integrate your social media and accelerate your growth with integrated, optimized SEO tools. Seriously, Squarespace Blueprint is magic, and I can only dream of army painting one day being this easy. So whether you're selling online courses, physical products, or just showing off your work, get some time back for painting your army by using Squarespace. When you're ready to start, head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use code LYLAMEV to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Alright, back to painting. This next model came in the 2 thin coats box set, and when I showed it to my dungeon master, he was so excited, and he's not the kind of dungeon master to get excited about miniatures. So, due to his excitement, I'm using the paints that I have the highest hopes for, which is the Duncan Rhodes Tooth and Coats. The Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy Tooth and Coats paint range cater to hobbyists of all skill level. The line features 120 paints, including metallics, washes, glazes, brights, and normal acrylics. The normal acrylics, as well as most of the metallics, have been structured as a triad system comprising of shadow, midtone, and highlight colors, which can be super helpful for beginners. These paints are so easy to work with, and honestly, I was not expecting to like them as much as I do. The metallics are shiny and smooth, the washes are intense and dried matte, the opacity is consistent across the range, and I've never seen pre-bottled glazes as nice as these. But that doesn't mean there are no drawbacks. I found the triad system difficult to follow, as nowhere on the bottles does it denote what triad the bottle is. Instead, I found myself constantly referencing the paint guide that came included with the box. This is compared to Army Painter Fanatic, who has it right on the bottle. My one last complaint is about the bottle themselves. Be sure you screw the cap on completely before you shake your bottle. Otherwise, paint will begin to leak out of the bottle and all over the inside of the cap. But let's talk rubric. With only 120 paints split among normal acrylics, metallics, glazes, washes, and brights, then further broken down into triads, the range itself is rather limited. While I totally understand the value of triads, some of these sets are just too similar to me. However, if this is your kind of color scheme, then that might not be a problem. For me, I love bright and vibrant colors, and this box just didn't include enough of them for me. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. These bottles are 15 milliliters and cost about $4, putting these at about 25 cents per milliliter. That is average compared to other paints in this video, so I'll give them an average rating of 3 out of 5. These paints are not easy to get your hands on. Individual bottles are available through just a few online retailers, and there is a list of physical locations that sell these paints available on the Duncan Rhodes website. But if you want to buy the whole set, good luck. I know they recently announced that there will be a Wave 3, so hopefully that will help solve some of these problems. But at the time of recording this video, I have to give them a 1 out of 5. These paints are gorgeous and I actually like them a lot. So much so that I'm going to be making room for them on my desk. And if they release more vibrant colors, I would go out and buy them. Therefore, 5 out of 5. Added up, the Tooth and Coats line have a rating of 12 out of 20. I really like these paints and I definitely recommend them. I just wish that they were easier to get your hands on. To some extent, it doesn't matter how amazing a paint is if you can never get it. So I love these paints. Definitely think you should buy at least the colors that you like if you can, but good luck in buying them. This next model is close to my heart. This mini is Witty from the game Night Thirst, written by Whittle Goblins and created by Blackside Studios. Since I'm so excited, I want to do it in my traditional vibrant style, and the perfect brand of paint to test that is the Atom paints. The Atom Smart Paints are a collaboration with one of my favorite miniature producers, Big Child Creative. Together with Ammo Paints, they are releasing 12 new Atom Smart Paints, which supposedly are self-leveling, rapid drying, and have exceptional coverage and vibrancy. Though the collaboration with Big Child Creative is new, Atom Paints are not new. Atom by Ammo offers a comprehensive range of 187 colors, including metallic, historical colors, vibrant colors, and everything in between. However, Big Child Creative says the Atom paints and the Atom Smart paints are completely different, so we will just focus on the 12 Smart paints. The Atom paints were impressively smooth right out of the bottle with exceptional opacity and great saturation. I would say they are comparable to Chimera in intensity, but smoother than almost any other paint I've used. They truly lived up to their self-leveling description and definitely give a lacquer appearance. They could easily be thinned down to create a glaze, and the paint effortlessly flowed off my brush. However, not every color was equally impressive. The white was rather chalky, and I had problems building up the skin tone. Perhaps the skin tone takes longer to dry than the other colors, but it was just not cooperating, and I kept building up texture. Let's talk rubric. The Atom Smart paints only have 12 colors, which is the smallest range of all of the paints I'm testing. But for only releasing 12 colors, these are the right 12 colors. So I guess I'm giving them a 1, but it's a very, wishy-washy 1. Currently, these paints are sold in a set of 12 for $44, breaking down to about $3.60 per bottle. The bottles are 20 milliliters, making them 17 cents per milliliter, which is the cheapest paint in this video. Therefore, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. At the time of this video, these are only available through the Spray Gunner website, though I do know that a Kickstarter is on the horizon. Luckily, these are super easy to order off of the Spray Gunner website, unlike, for example, trying to figure out how the frick to buy Too Thin Coats paints, so I am going to give this a 2 out of 5. The paints were super smooth and quite opaque. I had a few troubles with the white and skin tone, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Overall, these paints get a 12 out of 20. I like these paints a lot, so much so that I was telling other people at Adepticon to go and buy them. I love vibrant colors, and these are so vibrant and intense. If you love Chimera or want to get into really vibrant paints, then these are a perfect place to start, especially considering the price. So where do we land for this video? Out of the paints that we tested today, Atom paints and Too Thin Coats by Duncan Rhodes are tied for the best new paints. Both of these paints serve very different roles. If you're just a general hobbyist who wants to paint for fun or paint to get their models on the table, then the Too Thin Coats is perfect. If you are more artistic and want to be painting for competitions or really bright, vibrant, standout models, then Atom paints will be great for you. Part 2 of this video will be live so soon, and when it is, you can watch it right here. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which of these paints you thought looked the best in the comments down below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.